Welcome, everybody. Welcome back, I should say. Or welcome if you're a first-time listener. Thank you for that. Welcome to the Cho Super Hyper Podcast.
Woo!
It's me, your co-host, Super Blastex, with...
me, Toku Tony.
Yeah, we're back. We're here. Sorry we're late again.
Yeah.
But we had stuff to do yesterday.
So much stuff
No, what
to
happened
do.
yesterday?
No, yeah, we had stuff to do.
I
We
went
got
to the
home
gym.
late. Yeah.
I went to the gym.
And
I just waited too long for that.
Unfortunately, I was on call, so I had to go super far away while we were going to the gym.
Yeah.
So I couldn't make it back in time.
Well, here on this podcast, we go over last week's or this previous week's superhero time. So we're gonna talk about what aired on Kamen Rider Gotchard and Ultraman Sentai King-Ohger.
Yeah.
We don't cover Pretty Cure, but we do cover this superhero time. You know, the boy tokusatsu stuff.
Right.
We do have chapters in our podcast, so we try to keep it so that if you just want to hear us talk about Kamen Rider, you can go check that out. If you want to hear us just talk about Sentai, which is the more popular of the two we found.
Yes. People have been clicking on that more.
Let's see what happens with this video though.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're a little late and it's been kind of busier around here more than usual, this might be a shorter podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And it's late tonight. We came back from the gym and we had to shower and all that. Boy, that weather, huh?
God, it is cold.
Jump scare, sorry.
Too cold. Golly, I woke up this morning, it was 48 degrees. Which, if you're not from here, that's cold.
I'm pissed off about the weather.
Yeah?
And I think my reason is it just happened too fast.
Yeah.
Because it was like this cold for a day last week or maybe the week before.
For like one day. Yeah. Two weeks ago, it was one day cold and that was it.
And then it sort of eased into it. It sort of just happened and we rolled out of it because the sun was still bright.
Right.
This week, this morning, and then all day today, I don't know. I don't like how cold it constantly was.
Not last week. The other day on Sunday night, whenever we tried to record this, I went out. As I was driving out on the highway, I could see the super dark clouds from the weather coming in incredibly fast.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't be able to know that unless you're like, no, you wouldn't know that the weather's coming that fast unless you like go outside and look at the clouds and just stare at them, because man, they were going fast and they were low to the ground. And this morning it was too cold, and it's been the exact same way.
And I'm a guy that loves the cold. I love it. I would much rather be cold than I would hot. It's just easier to be comfortable if you're super cold than it is to be comfortable if you're super hot.
Right, because you can put more clothes on, but you can't take off more than nothing.
Your skin, that'd be weird, right?
Yeah.
Also, happy Halloween for those who practice. This is going to be out tomorrow, Halloween day. So hopefully it'll be out tomorrow.
Spooky times.
Let me know what your costume is, especially if it's tokusatsu related. I want to see what that's like. You can let us know on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. I want to see what you guys got. For my costume, I don't know. I'm between what I did last year, the thing, or like a bougie, easy Mario type costume.
That's not too bad considering the game, the new release of the game.
Yeah, but my costume would literally just be a red shirt with a Mario hat.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna put that much effort into it.
I was gonna say this.
I don't even have gloves.
It's gonna be spooky time whenever this goes up. So, I have a costume. It's tokusatsu related. Do you want to guess what it is?
Takozatsu?
Yeah, it's taco-satsu related.
That's right.
It's a taco. I'm gonna be a taco. I've been a taco every Halloween for the past 5-6 years. The same exact costume I picked up. I was in high school when I picked it up, and I still wear it today.
Hey, man. Ron Swanson.
What?
You haven't seen Parks and Recreation. Parks and Recreation, he has a Halloween costume.
Oh, that's it.
And every year in the show,
Uh-huh.
that's his Halloween costume.
Nice.
Yeah. I thought you were a pirate last year or something like that. Yeah, this is my Halloween costume. Yeah.
That's awesome. Happy Halloween, guys.
If I had a little bit more money and time, I know it's the day before Halloween, but I've been worrying about work lately. I would have upped up the Thing costume. I think that was a lot of fun last year, mostly because it was a sweater.
It was and gloves, right?
It's a sweater, and I had gloves for it too. Yeah. Mario, I like that costume, but it's overalls.
Yeah, it's
you have to plan your whole day around that. You have to plan where the bathrooms are. You have to plan what you can carry, where you can carry it.
You also have to have, if you don't have a fake mustache, you have to have that size of mustache.
I'm sure.
You have to shave your beard.
No, I wouldn't. I would not.
You'd be Beard Mario.
I'd be. You know what? It would probably be fun for them if I brought some of my Mario hats. Yeah, I might just bring Mario hats and show those off.
Yeah.
Or I don't know. We'll see what happens. Because I also can say this about last week. Oh, sorry. If you're new to the podcast, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. The reason, if you've been here before and you're like, why the hell does he keep talking about this being people's first podcast? This episode marks kind of a milestone. This is going to be episode 30.
Yes.
So people might be coming here, checking us out for the first time. See 30. How'd they get to 30 episodes? Hello.
Howdy.
But yeah, so this first part of the podcast, I know we mentioned that we cover superhero time from last week, but this first part of the podcast is us talking about how our weeks went.
Yeah.
And in a little bit, we should probably timestamp that too.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to talk about what we built, because we also build some Soto, Yudo, or Mini-Pla during the week, and we show that off.
That's right.
So if you want to, there's going to be, like I said, chapters in the description. But anyway, before we get into what we built, I'm going to mention what happened last week.
Yeah.
It was my last day as a sub for the school I'm at.
Oh, man.
Today is my first day of being a co-teacher at the school I was at. So I have an official employment with this school. It's going to be interesting. I can't wait to see what we do with it, because I'm going to be basically running the class with my co-teacher. It's a brand new thing for me, so we'll see. But it's been fun so far, so just keep up that momentum.
Yes.
And then last week I also streamed a bit.
That's right.
I streamed for about 45 minutes. One day Mario, one day Pokemon. Mario just had a game release, so of course that was more popular. But I do plan on continuing this. I want to try to stream every now and then before the gym.
Okay. Yeah.
If I'm not busy. If I'm not streaming, that means I was busy. But if you want to, feel free to come by. Come check out the chat. We'll talk about Tokusatsu if you want to, even. But yeah, keep an eye out on that. I have them on the channel now. They're under the live tab. Again, I played Pokemon Unite and Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Check those out.
Which you're really big into right now, Pokemon Unite.
I was into it last season. This season, I'm whatever. Last season I played every single day. Last season I played literally every single day. This season I've missed a couple days already. I didn't play yesterday.
Well, let's say everyone in the chat right now, if you're watching this, put big ups in the chat for Blastex for landing that position. Heck yeah.
My job.
Yeah, you were saying this is a milestone. It's 30. And in the beginning, episode 1 in the podcast, if you've been here that long, one of the first things that you were talking about with our week section is that you were unemployed.
Yeah.
And now you have a job.
Yeah. I mean, I've had a job for a little bit, but
full time.
now I have. Well, it was.
Oh yeah, it was
anyway,
full time.
Yeah, it was full time, but I have like hopefully in 30 days I'll have health insurance. That's the main thing. I've mentioned that before too.
Yes.
I think on here. It's America, but anyway.
Get health insurance, please. Big ups in the chat for Blastex, please.
Thank you.
So
I think. Oh, did you want to talk about your week a little bit?
Oh no, I was gonna say. So you've been streaming this week the past 2 times.
Mm-hmm.
Was it good? Like the levels and all that? Did everything sound good? Because I stepped in for a couple minutes on one of the streams, and it sounded good, and everything. The feedback was great.
I think so. I think it was fine.
Yeah.
I just need the music a little lower, but I did that in the second stream.
Nice. I was gonna say, oh yeah, the last episode that we had.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like how you were saying, you were telling me off camera that it seems like people are catching up because the podcast from 3 videos ago, it keeps on going up, and that trickles down for the last 3 that we have.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're catching up, that's awesome. Say what's up again. We want to hear from you.
I actually, now that you mention it, I should mention we did get a comment on last week's episode, and I like to shout those out every time we get them. From Sorn07, glad you're on the mend, Blastex.
Heck yeah.
That's Angel.
Oh,
my
is
friend who I lived with in California.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Angel?
Thank you, Angel.
Angel.
Or Sorn07. Sorry, I don't want to blow you up.
If you remember me, I'm the kid that would knock out immediately on the couch.
I don't remember that.
You remember? I would just sit down on the couch and then knock out.
Were you there that long for that to happen?
Yeah.
In California?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
But yeah, if you comment, guys, I'll shout you out. Let's go.
Heck yeah.
Don't you want to see how other people react to your comment? Yeah, that's pretty much the week.
I didn't really do that much this week because I was on call, which I keep mentioning, but it's a big part of
my life.
Yeah, it's a big part of my life throughout the week by week, just because everything in my social life stops and it starts up again, and that's kind of hard to manage. But this last week, I have the fortunate or unfortunate luck of always getting called no matter what, which is good because I have overtime hours, but it's not good because if I want to go out literally anywhere, I cannot. So I got 7 hours of overtime this weekend.
Nice.
That's usually how it is. Jesus.
Yeah.
Going out. So literally nothing to report this week, but next week it'll be fun because
we're gonna talk about that at the end of the episode.
Oh shoot!
It's like an outro, like, hey, what have we got going this weekend or whatever.
Yes.
But next, because I just want to tease them, let's tease you, even though there's gonna be chapters, so you can just jump ahead and see what the hell we're talking about.
Don't jump ahead, please.
Yeah, stay for retention. Retention, excuse me. I said retention, but it sounded like attention.
Stay for my attention.
So now we're gonna jump onto the segment that we do every week.
Yes.
What are we building? And what we've built. So I go first usually just because I just plop the pictures into the folder.
Yeah.
And I guess I take my pictures earlier than you do.
Yeah. And usually you do more than me.
Yeah, but again, this week I'm cheating. I made some entries.
Wow.
But I did not have these before. So I have Natch Sparrow, Letter. What was the old bird's name?
The old bird, was it?
It's not Kalo, is it?
No.
Hello? I don't remember. And then Shiro. Kiryu Blue.
Yes. I noticed that you don't have the ID cores on them.
No ID cores, no pictures, or what is it? The little label on the bottom sand.
Oh, that's right.
I would love to 3D print out like 70 of those Desire drivers so that they could have ID cores on them. But I leave them blank in case somebody else will get it.
You were right. It was Kalo.
I knew it.
Very cool.
But making these. Oh yeah, I wanted to get a picture of this last week because I made Punk Jack last week.
Yes.
But the 5 main riders in their base forms, basically, even though Geats has boost. Yeah. Oh, I still need to make ninja legs and beat legs because they have their weapons in there. And right now, Nago and Tycoon are without weapons.
That's usually the case with these. With the Soto that I usually make, no weapons at all.
Yeah, I gotta make those. You did make ninja legs, right?
Yes, already.
He have his weapon.
Yeah.
Okay.
It came with ninja legs, unfortunately, but it looks really good.
So with what I made,
Wow,
this week, I now have every rider they've made in Soto, at least the rider, not their forms and everything. But I have every rider.
Very cool. Look at that lineup.
Mary, Depan, Ginpen, Lopo, Letter, Natch Sparrow, Shiro, Kalo, Beats, Nago, Buffa, Punk Jack, and Tycoon. I'm only missing the boss, that's how little I care about the bad guys.
Dude, the season ended and I don't remember their names.
What's his name? The freaking guy.
The Game Master.
Game Master. What are their names of their suits?
It's funny. I just had the tab open up. See this here. Do it. Think about it before I pull it up because I'm pulling up right now. So
Retribution.
The same suit. Kamen
Laser.
Oh.
Laser, Hazer.
So the same suits with the management. Glare. Gazer. Glare 2. Suel Glazer. Ragged and Ragged Omega. Ragged.
I don't want any of those.
No, I don't care about them at all.
But I've been doing a lot of window shopping. I want to get Tycoon entry. Because that comes with a hammer and shield.
Yes. Blue and pink.
And then I don't know. There's I think 7 different desired driver things. No, what are they called? The arm buckles. They give you shield, hammer, and there's one box.
Yeah.
But there's 7 stickers and one of those. So you gotta choose which one.
Yep.
Which stinks. Again, if I could, I would 3D print 7 of them because that's all you really need.
You just have that set whenever you need to put them on.
Yeah. But I gotta stop. I'm getting way too into this line. Like, do I have more than you? No, I don't.
No, but only because I already have everything that you have right here. It's just not made.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh no, you don't. You don't have Lopo. It's coming. But you don't have that.
No, but soon.
You have Depan? You don't have Depan. That was in Punk Jack entry.
I gave you Depan.
You didn't. I got that box that had Punk Jack entry.
Then what do we switch?
I gave you Punk Jack Fever.
Punk Jack Fever.
Because I had both top and legs anyway.
I'm going to talk about Punk Jack Fever in a minute.
Go ahead.
With my stuff that I made.
So this is what I made. Lopo gets a stand because it's Lopo.
Right.
See down there?
Definitely.
Yeah.
And Punk Jack right there?
No, Japan, that's Punk Jack's. Because I switched out the legs. Because Punk Jack has full suit on.
Mm-hmm.
I just hit it. Can you see? He has monster legs.
Yes, he does.
But I switched them so that the entries could all have entry forms.
Oh, okay.
Kalo has Nago's armbands. Kalo. Ginpen.
Ginpen has, yeah, the rings.
I did what I could with what I had.
Look good. I mean, for what you had, you mean what the Soto gives you. Is godly, very ambitious designs with their stuff.
Yeah. Okay. And with what you made.
Here's what I made. Just these two. I had a backlog of stuff I needed to make. Blastex here gave me the great idea, because he's been giving me all my Soto ideas to make every week, of just finish a box. Just go have a box, because I keep all the boxes, and just finish it.
Like a case, like a ID Core 4 or whatever. Like
yeah.
Yeah.
So just open it up, do them one by one. And these are the two that are right next to each other in the same box. I don't even think they're from the same set, no. But they were in the same box, so I'm doing them. This is Kamen Rider Demons Trooper Beta and Kamen Rider Demons Trooper Alpha.
Did you have the other head?
Yeah, so I have the other head.
Well, you should have took 2 pictures.
And the other shoulder. It sucks, though, because they only give you, like in, what's his name, Geets fashion, it's one body, but they give you the option for the 2 heads. But they don't give you the option for the 2 shoulders. So if you want the other one, you have to rip off that sticker and then put a blue sticker on it. Yeah. That sucks.
Yeah.
As I was making this one, I remembered why I love Soto so much is because that guy, the Demons Trooper, reminds me of the old G.I. Joe figures that we had in the same exact scale. You see those stickers on his chest piece?
Yeah.
That red, those are all stickers.
All the red parts?
Yep. So there's 6 stickers. Top, middle, bottom. And then that middle section is one tiny thin sticker. But I'm a pro at this, and I'm godlike. So it looks great. It looks seamless. It looks legítimo.
Not to criticize you.
How dare you?
But I went back and took a picture of the 5 main riders.
Yeah.
Just because, they're the ones right there. You still haven't taken a goddamn picture of Metsubo Jinrai.
Look at them all in the background.
They're back there. You need to just do that.
Oh, look at them all in the background, and then Denji in the background. And then my Vaseline lip care.
I see Nago.
That's funny. Nago, yeah. She's there.
But, yeah.
just take pictures of them. They're sitting on my desk, so I have no shelf space for them. So they're just where they're at whenever I finish them. But with the Demons Trooper, you go back to that picture. It comes with both belts, the Demons Driver and the Over Demons Driver. They look so legit and so good. But the next one I made was Punk Check, which is also one that you had made this week, which I felt kind of like...
Last week,
yeah, which felt kind of like, I
made it the week before.
Yeah. I shouldn't have... Because I just picked it up. It was very convenient that it was on the thing, but I felt like kind of bad, like, oh, I'm doing the same one that he just did.
Why? It's Halloween.
Yeah, it's Halloween, and he is the Punk Jack, even though I guess it matches. I was going to say the yellow and the blue look so good on this figure. It looks really nice. The only thing that throws it off is the huge orange head. But everything else looks great. If he had a blue head or a yellow head, it would have been so much better. But he's a Punk Jack, because, Jack-o'-lantern. I was going to say, I wanted to include a third one in here because I felt bad for just doing Punk Jack. I wanted to put Punk Jack Roulette in here, which I didn't end up finishing. But I did pretty much put them all together, and I held it in my hands, and it's like the most toyetic Soto that I've ever held. You made top and bottom, which is pretty much the same thing as Roulette, except with the gold shoulder pieces. It feels like a mecha in my hands. It feels like it's very toyetic. It's like this suit was just for a toy.
You have Gaon, right?
Gaon?
Gaon.
Yeah, I never made it though, but I have the boxes.
Oh my god.
That's toyetic.
The Zenkaiger Yudo
Uh-huh.
to this day are still my favorite Build-A-Figures I've made.
Oh.
They feel amazing
Mhm.
and just so posable.
Yeah.
They're a peak candy toy for me.
That's how I feel about the Punk
You
Jack.
like Zenkaiger?
I love Zenkaiger. It's my favorite Sentai. It's my favorite. Or sorry, I was gonna say. It's very toyetic. I thought that was the first thing. I was having so much fun just posing it and just moving it around, and like actually just having it in my hands because it was so cool looking, and it makes me really regret the decisions that are happening, or it makes me really upset about the decisions that are happening right now in Rider, because the suit's trend is top half and no bottom half. But with Punk Jack, top half is good by itself, but when you add that bottom half, it makes it so much more
beefy.
Yes, it makes it so much more complete. And I'm not gonna feel the same way about the. I hope I don't feel the same way about the Gotchard Sotos that it just got released. But
Yeah,
I had fun with this one.
While we were watching Geats, I was thinking hopefully when they got the Revolve, when it was both like a one suit of the same, I thought that would be their base. That would be their
official.
That would be it. It's one whole suit, one whole theme all the way through. No, we got legs, black legs throughout most of it.
Unfortunately. Unfortunately. I'm still going through puberty, unfortunately. No, I was going to say these suits, man, they look so good. If they were completed, like, top bottom, it would make the show that much more better. I think Geats was a good show. It definitely had some flaws. Majoring towards the ending there, but I think the biggest mistake that they made with the show was having the suits only be half. When it is the revolve feature. I know that you're supposed to have one and one. It's the revolve. You're supposed to do that, but it's a feature that they do hardly ever. But it's a main feature for the belt, but that they do hardly ever in the show. In the ending, that final fight, they do it, and it looks amazing. But they don't do that for every fight, and it just takes away from the value of, like, this could have been a whole suit, like how you said, could have been top bottom, and then that's the base. That would have made it look so much better.
Yeah.
But I digress.
Yeah.
That was my toy time. Next week, roulette and.
So sounds like you finished it. What didn't you finish?
The stickers. The stickers for the shoulder piece. So thank you for bringing that up. I was gonna bring it up. The roulette stickers and the regular Punk Jack top are different. So here, that top, see how it has that yellow or that blue yellow chest piece right there? In the middle, and the silver parts on the sides. In the roulette, on his chest piece, the silver parts on the sides.
yeah.
In the roulette, all that's a sticker. 2 different stickers. So they made the yellow on the bottom, and then the 2 silvers on the side. That's a sticker. And then the top is a sticker, and then the shoulder pieces, which you only needed to put yellow for the trim and the star. That's all a sticker. That whole thing, all the blue on there, is a sticker. It's a crazy looking sticker, which is why I was so hesitant to put it on. Golly, it's ridiculous. But that sticker and then the knee stickers are the only thing the stars are the only thing I have to put on left. I didn't want to include it because it was just doesn't look great. It's not done yet.
Okay.
Stickers are my main issue.
So yeah, you said this week you're gonna make what? You're gonna finish roulette.
I'm gonna finish roulette. And I'm finish that box. The next thing that I have to do in that box is roulette Geats. And who else was in that set? Shoot, I can't remember. But definitely roulette, Punk Jack, and roulette Geats. That's the main one. I also have roulette Kawa, but I also have to finish all the Kawas.
Yeah.
Got all of them. But that was my toy week.
How many spare entry KWAs do you have?
None. That was the only one.
So you only have one hammer, one shield?
Yep.
Wow.
Only one hammer, one shield.
Okay. I think that's going to be it for Toy Time.
Yes.
Next. Oh, I should say what I'm going to make next week.
Yes.
I'm going to make...
Because you're not limited to just Soto, you have a wide range of options.
Well, I'm getting King Caucasus Building Castle, this week.
Oh, wow.
So if it comes in,
If it comes in...
If it comes in this week, I'll make the Legend Shoe Gods.
Oh, okay.
That way I'll have 2 boxes there again.
Nice.
If it comes in like Saturday or something, I'm gonna plan on making Nago legs, Tycoon legs, so I can get their weapons
Nice.
and their body parts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that sounds just 2. I'll just make 2.
I don't know if I've done this before. I want to take a picture of my backlog and put it up on the screen. I don't think I've done that before.
No, you should do that.
Yeah. Show how much of Soto that I need to make still.
All right, I'm getting sleepy, and we need to get into these episodes. So
Yes.
let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll be on.
Superhero time.
Yeah, we're back.
Heck yeah.
Tony, why don't you tell us what we're watching for Gotchard this week?
Gotchard this week, Dash to Kyoto. School trip. This episode is about a school trip where they go to Kyoto and all the mishaps happen.
It looks like a Kumon commercial.
It looks really good. This episode is not super serious heavy. It's very much their own personal lives. It's basically a slice of life up until the last 5 minutes of the episode.
Well, throughout the episode, they have the prisoners that escaped.
Yeah.
That's not so slice of life.
No, yeah, there's some segments in there that are like, whoa, okay, this is Kamen Rider.
What did you think of the episode?
Man, it was so good. I really like this type of Kamen Rider show that we're getting, man. This is so refreshing that it's not super high stakes. Every episode's you're having to deal with several emotions and characters, and there's an overlooming gloom in the air. This is just fun times. Obviously, there's like mysteries that have to happen and bad guys in the area, but they're just teenagers. They're just high school kids, and they're going to Kyoto, and they're super excited about that. And why shouldn't they be?
Yeah. I think it was a okay episode.
Mm-hmm.
There was a thing that happened in this episode that I wasn't super into. When the picture comes up, I'll talk about it. But here, it's interesting. We see that they can actually use more than one Kemi.
Yes.
And it sort of applies to them like it would to Valvard. Because she here gets an arm based on that Kemi, but she still maintains the form of a little cutie happy or whatever it's called.
Yeah, the fairy.
Yeah. And then he shows that he can do 2 arms. Check it out. Look at my toy.
So they have not brought this up in the show before, but when they were explaining that the 2 Kemis or the 3 Kemis, which he has right there, Valvard was saying, oh, so you can use 2 of the plant Kemis.
Oh yeah.
And then
specifically.
Clothos, I think, or Anthropos, whatever her name is, she said that, oh, you can use 3 of the machine Kemis. That's never been brought up before. We know about it through
categories?
the categories, through the cards and the background information, but in the show itself, it's never been brought up before that. The Kemis are categorized by plant, machine, like different types. And he is using, I guess, only machine. Just like how she can use 2 plant, or maybe 3 plants, or maybe they can only use plants because, or There's plants and bugs. Maybe she can only use the green ones because she previously was a mantis.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is if they're gonna do something with it being plants, they've already did the mantis thing before. So we'll see what if there is any correlation to it specifically being plants.
Mm-hmm.
Was it her? Was she?
Yeah,
she was her. Was her.
That's first bad guy of the week.
Yeah.
But man, just to show that, keep adding to the flame of Valvard is such a great writer. He uses the 3 chemis at once and puts up his own. Almost beats the bad guy in this episode.
Yeah.
We get to see when I'll get her name. Where is it? Not Atropos. Clotho. Yeah, Clotho. When Clotho goes back to the base, because they were just trying to get some items from the previous week, they go back and they're actually doing alchemy. You didn't get a picture of it, but it was really cool. Like legit alchemy. It was like chemicals, bottles, and all that.
Well, liquids were flying in the air, but yeah, it was legit.
Yeah, well, yeah, it was like alchemy, like how you'd imagine it to be in science fiction. And what was coming out of that was a very big teaser for a new belt. Question mark, question mark, question mark.
So, spoiler alert, the current talks of leaks of the toys is that Gotchard gets a upgrade to his belt. And that gives him his super form.
Yes.
That is either what that is or a whole belt. But I don't know. Would you put the cards at the top, at the bottom?
Mm-hmm.
Is it sideways? Are they messing with this on purpose? I don't know. But I could see that being an attachment instead of a whole new belt. Just because, again, spoiler, in the leaks or comments or whatever, that looks like what's next is upgrade for super form for Gotchard.
Throughout this episode, there is, since spoiler alert, this is a two-parter episode. They're in Kyoto. She's in Kyoto, Clotho, because she's trying to catch a level 10 Chemi, which we have not at all heard or seen from before. That hasn't even been a concept yet, which is what I'm assuming they're trying to make a belt for right there, to hold that one card 10. But that's why she's in Kyoto, and she totally sidetracks that mission just to go after Gotchard because he's there.
That was my go ahead.
I was just gonna say, then the main thing that they follow in this episode isn't really much of them being in Kyoto, but it's of Kajiki, the friend to our main protagonist.
His name's Kajiki?
Kajiki, yeah.
Kajiki?
Yeah, Kajiki.
Like Kajiki Yellow?
Yeah.
His name's Swordfish?
Ryo Kaijiki. Kaijki.
J.
Kaijiki.
J-I-K? Wait.
Kajiki.
Okay.
I said it wrong. I'm dyslexic.
Okay. I know this is meant to be played up as more cartoony, but, and I shouldn't have let it bother me, but it did for some reason. Maybe because I wasn't too big of a fan of this week's Superhero Time in total.
Yeah.
But her seeing Gotchard and going, oh, that brat's here too. I'll get my thing after I destroy him. This is like Team Rocket.
Yeah, straight up Team Rocket.
You have been trying to do this and you're failing. Who are you talking to? What do you mean? And I know, again, this is meant to be for a kid show. You're supposed to have goofy villains like this. It's not meant to be goofy. Kid would see that and be like, oh my gosh, he's going to go after Gotchard.
Yeah.
there's no sense of her being able to do that at all.
Mm-mm.
But again, it felt very like Saturday morning cartoon, which this is it's Sunday morning thing.
Definitely.
I'll get those blasted, whatever. And you've had 68 episodes, and not once have you gotten Batman or whatever,
Yeah.
And here, I know it's what, episode 9.
Mm-hmm.
But by now it's gonna be this dance the whole season. He's the protagonist. I mean, again, it doesn't make sense for me to get that nitpicky about this, but for some reason, it just popped out like we're watching a kid's show.
I think it's because Rider traditionally is so dang gloomy and like serious.
But that's the thing. There was serious. Dude pulled out a knife. He licked a knife.
Oh yeah, in this episode,
yeah.
It's definitely like a contrast, be it good or bad. In this case,
that's why, because it had some semi like more darker elements to this. Especially after that one guy transforms, and she or the other guy like smiles at it because dark and twisted mind, if you care.
Very much cartoony.
Just a peek into my dark and twisted mind. And it just I don't know. I mean, again, I don't really have a problem with it. It's just like it stood out so much in this episode. Like I even forgot like what this is exactly she said, but it was something like that. Like once I stop that Gotchard, I'll be able to do. It's like no.
It was literally like how you said it exactly. It was, oh, that brat's here too. I'll get him, and then I'll get the Kemi.
Yeah.
Like what?
She said that like
Team Rocket.
Saturday morning, like Team Rocket would. Which there's nothing wrong with that. It was a reminder that this is a kid show. But then the next scene is like her
stopping a police van.
Stopping a police car. Actually, it's not the next scene. It's coming up. But yeah. So that weird like disconnect was weird to me. And I don't want to be, but it sounds like I'm looking for shit on this episode with. I'm not even shitting on it really. I'm just pointing out.
Yeah, that it's goofy.
This was such a weird thing to me again. But yeah, this is the other like main plot of this episode.
Right. Which is technically, since it's a half episode, this is the B plot, which is Kaijiki following his one true love, which just
future Nago.
Yeah, to reel back, since this is like a milestone episode. Whenever we first started the show, we used to take notes about what was happening in the show and then relay the show beat by beat by beat. Now we're just summarizing it and we're just thinking about it. But I didn't summarize the episode, which might be a little confusing because they're in Kyoto, but the reason that stuff is why they're interested in this is because UFOs were spotted in the area, which there was no explanation for that in this episode at all. That the priest saw UFOs.
Yeah.
And now they're here in Kyoto. They're at this shrine for UFOs, and that's how they meet Nago from the future here. But yeah, that's the pretty much the main plot of this episode, which reminds me of the slice of life. He's going after this girl, and then the B plot is Clotho being a real life Saturday morning cartoon villain. I was gonna say earlier something like.
By the way, she was real badass in this episode. She did look like all of her stunts with no stunt person. She was whooping ass. It was pretty cool.
God, I was gonna say something. Oh yeah. Usually I talk about the director or the camera work and the special effects and all that. In the beginning of this episode, it felt like an Ultraman again.
The beginning of this episode?
Yeah.
You didn't bring this up until the Ultraman thing happened.
No, yeah. The beginning of this episode, it was very much shot, cut, and zoom, pan, and sound effects and all that. And it really showed. I'm glad you brought that up. Whenever Clotho came up on the screen, because the zoom pan shot to Clotho was from the group on the ground in Kyoto.
Oh yeah.
Camera up, zoom into Clotho, and that reminded me of, oh Jesus, this is like Ultraman. This is cartoony as heck. And that continues throughout the episode with the Ultraman.
Yeah, there's an Ultraman reference. I think these pictures look great.
Oh,
I'm looking at them now. They look kind of like BTS pictures.
The Twitter pictures that they post on Twitter?
Yeah, just don't look at their hands.
I was going to say before, whenever we were watching it live and when we were reviewing the episode, I didn't notice that this entire sequence, there's just ninjas out and about. And, and you said, that's the whole point. Because they're ninjas, you're not supposed to see them. Yeah. I didn't notice any of those ninjas. I thought Renee was just taking a picture because it was just a cool building. It's ridiculous. And they're trying to look for this girl. That's the whole thing with this episode. And here she is. Here's Nago.
Future Nago.
He's one of the scarers. And I do like about this episode, again, that they bring back the bikes. I love that they're using motorcycles.
Yep.
I love that so much.
Yeah, so this is a scene where she whooped ass. It was pretty cool.
They hired stunt people and then made them actresses and actors with this, which is how I feel about Clotho and Atropos and
oh, I hear you. I think she's the only one that's gonna do that.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, heck yeah. She's built like a stunt person. Like she'll put up a fight.
Yeah, because Lachesis didn't have that much stunt. It was all in suit, right?
Yeah.
Clotho has been doing her own stuff.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, here's the Gundam part.
Using Ren King Robo.
And
Tommy Bats. Yami Bat, yeah. Using Ren King Robo and Yami Bat.
Becomes Bat King Robo.
Bat King Robo Wild.
Yeah.
No suit for this one, but still looks really good. Pretty much an Ultraman. The villain of the week, which is a apple tree.
It's an Ultraman Gundam.
Yeah, it's whatever you want it to
Sentai. It's a robot. It's a big robot.
They fight. The robot loses, and then the big apple tree also gets small. I know you pointed that out. There's no reason for him to get small.
No, it was weird too.
He just really wanted that nice close-up ending right there. And here we go. The nice... the B team is coming in with the cards and the chemis and all that to give him back to Gotchard. And that's where the episode ends. Man, that's a nice shot.
Yeah.
Those two are really becoming like good characters. I'm starting to like them a lot. In the beginning I thought they were going to be bad, but I'm starting to like them.
I still think iPad Kid's cringy as hell.
Oh yeah. But he's warming up to me.
And I, of course. Yeah, this is how the episode ends. I didn't even get a picture of Gotchard. I guess it was an okay episode. They're doing two-parters. That's nice. He's gonna end up being an alien, right?
Oh, definitely.
Or something.
Yeah.
It's too weird.
She's gonna be something else. They're both gonna be like some experiment or like another thing or like they're chemis themselves or something.
You know what? I didn't even get a picture of her going to the dude.
Oh, really?
To the dude at the bus stop.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's part of the B plot. The Clotho lets go of these prisoners. They give them the chemis, right? And Kajiki with the lady they're looking for, they click it off. They go on a date. Those two characters are connected, being that what it's supposed to give off. You know, we know from context that Kajiki's love interest is the younger sister of the prisoner that was just released, that Clotho just released. And that's the conflict of interest right there in that episode, which we'll see next episode that he becomes a chemi.
Now you're saying sister, brother.
Yes, that's what I got from it, because the backstory of the girl was that her parents died, and that her older brother one time took her to the gravesite, and then she saw the ghosts, the spirits, the floating fire spirits.
Yeah.
And then right after that, is when she gets the text from Hey, how you been? And then she's creepily walking, or Kajiki is creepily following her.
Yeah, that was
back alley.
Tough, man. She's acting really weird. I should follow her. Dog, you just met her.
The back alley, no
you
less.
Just met her. Stay away.
It's his true love encounter, though, dude.
No, that's weird. Yeah, that was next episode. It looks like she's gonna be in danger. And Gotchard's gonna save her. It looks like we're gonna be getting 2 suits next week. You've seen both?
I have not seen both. I've only seen one of them.
Seen one of them. The other one is interesting. I'll just say that. If you see it, you see it. But I won't spoil it because it's not in the preview, so it's not in here.
Right. I only saw the one with the preview.
Oh my gosh, that's right.
What? That it's in the preview?
That we're not gonna have an episode next week.
No, we're not gonna have a traditional superhero time next week.
We are gonna have a TTFC superhero time next week.
Yeah, first ever.
Maybe we'll record something on Sunday night after the convention.
Yeah, sure.
Which we'll talk about after we talk about Sentai, which is coming up right soon. Here's a break. I told you we'd be back.
Whoa.
And we are. What's the name of this episode, Mr. Tony?
This is episode 35, Don't Cry, Slack-Jawed Tanuki.
That happens. He says that.
He does,
in the episode. And I clapped and pointed like a nut.
So, how do you feel about this episode overall?
I thought it was mid. I thought it was...
You serious?
King-Ohger's first mid episode.
Oh, Lord.
I've seen other people really into it. I haven't really seen anybody not into. I'm not hating it. It's still King-Ohger. King-Ohger's still peak. This is just a me thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like when a character's personality changes.
Oh,
for almost nothing.
Uh-huh.
I'm talking about the retainer.
Uh-huh.
What's his name?
The retainer's name is
Asausi? Asushishi?
Hillbill Leak. No, that's the main villain.
Huh?
Shiokara. Totally forgot his name.
We got a little bit of this. But okay. I get the point of the story between Yanma and what was it?
Shirokara.
Shirokara?
Yeah. They just call him Shiro, which is why I forget his name.
Shiro.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
No, sorry. Shio.
Okay, that's right. Okay, good.
Shiokara.
Yeah. Shiokara. Shiro, because Shiro's white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blue.
No, I mean, he has the white circle in his head, so I almost bought it. The point of this was to reinforce the relationship that Yanma has. And it took me on getting the pictures for this, rewatching it. At the very end, spoiler alert, the very end, when he says, "Why did you do this?" He got distracted by something he couldn't see.
Yep.
And then he says, "Looks like I became privileged," or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's beautiful. And I really appreciate that was the payoff. That's why this episode existed.
Uh-huh.
I don't like the road we took to it.
Damn.
That's fine.
Not the quote exactly, but the quote that Yanma says is, people that are entitled become that way and they get comfortable and they can't see the people that are humbled. And in doing so, he became entitled that he forgot where he came from. That Yanma became so high up there that he forgot that he came from down there. Which is what he
That's what you got out of it?
Yeah, that he
I don't think that's what it was.
He became like King Lee. He became like a leader, but he didn't truly understand what it meant to be a leader.
I don't think that's what it was, man.
What do you think what it was?
Him saying that he was distracted by something he couldn't see.
Yes.
And that, what was the other thing I said? That he became privileged.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you know what that's a reference to?
No, what?
Earlier in the episode, when Shio's gang shows up and like, hey, you build a machine that can find our counterfeits.
Yes.
You want us to beat you up? Stop making these machines. And he says no or whatever, and they hit him, and he goes, you stupid idiot. I'll ruin you and your family and your everything that you love and everything. And then Yanma says, I'm not privileged enough to have that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So later on, when he asked him why did he do it, he saw something he couldn't see, his connection to him. And I guess he became privileged, which means I guess he considers him his family.
But isn't... Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. He got... That's why he said... And that's why Shio's like breaking down at the end. That's what's beautiful. That's what I thought was beautiful, is that it was Yanma like coming to terms and be like, no, actually I am privileged. I do have a family. And that he did everything that happened in this episode for his people, not for the country. I
guess I used the wrong word there. I used entitled. I should have used the word
you said
privileged.
It was privileged that he said.
Yeah,
he's not privileged.
I should have used the word privileged instead of entitled. But also, that ending right there, family. That's the last part that I was missing for that puzzle. Now I get it.
Yeah.
Now I get it.
Yeah.
I just thought it was emotional just because he broke the key to literally the whole entire kingdom because of his friend.
Fun. That's fun and funny. No, I don't think that's his friend. I think that's his family, which was the thing.
Yeah.
And that's... I mean, it was... I did not say it was a bad episode. I said it was mid. It was written well enough. It's just the trope of the fun cutie guy. Actually, he was a mean butthole.
That's
that's boring to me.
Is it Saturday morning cartoon week?
Yeah, but I think the payoff was better here. Because Shio getting those memories throughout the episode is what gave us that end. Like that, it was not, like I said, it was not a bad episode. I just didn't like that. And then the reason I don't really like that is because sure, he went from, asshole, like club mafia guy to what we know him as here is just this soft, fun, whiny dude that has no connect. If before this episode we had hints of him being like a badass or anything, then this episode wouldn't be so like, oh, that's why he's like, that's why he's sometimes he lets that out or whatever. But because before all we know of him is Yanma's puppy dog, it just felt really weird and disconnected.
This did feel like right hook out of nowhere. Because like how you said, there was no hints of him having this other personality. Yeah. The entire season he's been the shy, cutesy, the cutesy, annoying retainer. Like he's his friend that he just has to help out. But yeah, it's revealed that he's like he was the leader of the three other friends that they have. Like, geez, I didn't realize that he was like that. But it was cool. But that came out of nowhere.
I got some really good pictures, but I really like this one because they're accusing each other of like, because Yanma has history of following Reckless, and Kagaragi has history of following Reckless. So they're like, well, I bet you would turn your back to do this. No, I bet you would say. And Gira's always freaking out about the team breaking up at the drop of a fucking pin.
He's so worried about that
all the time. But Jeremy over here is a star where he sees this happening. He's like, look at these fucking idiots. Or he's just enjoying because he knows, just like Kagaragi, just like Yanma, they all know they're not gonna turn on each other anymore.
Uh-huh.
They can't. They've done it too many times in this season, and even then, the other times they've done it were fake.
Yeah.
And they've been to space. They've met another Sentai. They've destroyed their last. Well, I guess they didn't do it themselves, but the last bad guy was beaten. They've spent 2 years together in peace. They're fine now. But I thought this was just a fun little especially Jeremy, him just looking in the back like, look at these motherfuckers. Yeah, I thought it was great.
The main thing in my head, maybe a headcanon, the subtext of he is so worried about them just breaking off, is because he is a new king and he's new to the whole group, because they've known each other for way longer than they've known Gira, and vice versa. And also, Gira was, in his previous living situation, he was the oldest of a bunch of orphan kids who would always fight and all that. So it's like he's trying to do really hard damage control as if they were kids, which they aren't.
Yeah. We're going to get 2 quick scenes of Miss Jimeno and Rita.
Mm-hmm.
It's implied that Ran got her kingdom back, no problem, and now she's just fixing it. There's no real assurance that Rita got their kingdom back.
Right.
Just that they're collecting the prisoners again. Either one, we'll see what happens in the coming weeks. We know next week is going to be a Ran episode. So we'll see the ramifications of that. But yeah, this is it. They're not even in this episode. It's crazy. It's like they gave them the days off for filming, so that just the boys can do it. Even the episode where it was the girls' episode recently, where that dude came back from the dead.
Oh, right,
the Frozen thing.
Grody.
Grody. Yeah, Grody.
Ogie.
Even there, the boys were there. They didn't have many lines. Like Kakaragi, I think, had a line, but he was still there.
Yeah.
So it's interesting that these two are just not part of the episode at all. They have no impact at all to what happens.
Nada.
And they don't need to. Kakaragi played his part. Gira, I guess he played his part. Jeremy, they all had the parts to play. So I guess it makes sense that these two aren't there. I hope we don't get more episodes like this, but I get it.
Of them being not in the way.
Of any of them not being there.
Oh, I see.
It should always be all 6 of them together.
Rita's kingdom is comprised of all prisoners. So I guess that was easy to wrangle up most of them back. But Ran's kingdom, we've never seen them turn the other way on Ran. Like how Gira's Shugadam, the kingdom, the people are always flipping back and forth with them if they like them or if they don't. Ran's people have never switched their allegiance. They're always with Ran.
I hope it's not true. It could be, but I could see it being where these two, they don't really have their kingdoms back, but they're working with whoever's owning their country for now.
Right.
To plan to usurp them, because Rita could just be gathering the prisoners and not even being the monarch again.
Right, the sovereign.
And Ran, I don't know. Her plot next week is that she's gonna get a suitor. It's marriage time. Because
in the episode before this, it's clearly stated and clearly shown that each kingdom has a big boss in it.
Yeah.
And then Ran is like, oh, because Gira calls her up, it's like, we have a problem, you gotta help us out, we gotta do it one by one. And Ran's just like, oh dude, I've already finished that work.
Yeah,
I'm done here. Where's the big boss?
The dude who might be courting her, that's featured in next week's episode, might be Kamejim.
Oh,
because he's who has this kingdom.
Or shapeshifter.
No, he's not shapeshifter. He's Kamejim?
Yeah, Kamejin. He's famously a shapeshifter. He was the red guy for his whole life.
Oh my god, you're right.
He was the red guy, and he was the retainer for Jeremy, who is dead, I guess.
Oh, with question mark. That's just a question mark.
Yeah.
It could either be him, or Sebastian with no makeup.
Oh, because Sebastian's not there.
He is there. I saw him in the preview.
Oh, he's there?
But because he's there, I mean, it could just lead more credence to.
That's smart.
But yeah, because remember, Sebastian is actually 25, or I guess now 27. He just puts makeup on because she prefers her butlers to be old men. Yeah, we'll see what happens in 2 weeks.
Oof.
So yeah, Rita scream
with the acoustic scream. Why did Rita do that? Are they acoustic?
Are they acoustic?
Have you seen that meme going around?
Yeah, all the time.
Topical?
Oh, all the time. There's Shio.
Yep.
There's some good shots in this episode. Like, that's good framing there.
Real quick, we haven't got any, if at all, backstory for Nakospa, their kingdom. This is pretty much the only shot of Nakospa we've ever gotten, aside from the back of the alleyway and all that. I did not know that there was the electrical grids in Nakospa already. I thought that whole place was all metal, like it was a all metal scrapyard.
Yeah, we've seen that when he was a little kid.
Right, but I didn't know that they had. Because at the end of the episode, you see like they have the electrical grid. I thought in my mind, like how they were showing it, that it was all metal scrap, and then Yanma built the electrical grids, and they made all the buildings and all that. Which is what I loved about Nakospa, because they're so technologically advanced in such a short amount of time. I thought that Yanma did that, and he made electricity, internet, and all that, machine tools and all that. I didn't know that they already had that system in place. And they show here, the passed offline, is that the king has abandoned us, meaning Nakospa was free land.
Yeah.
Anarchy. That was cool.
I'm a really, 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 really big fan of this, and it's only for me, because Kyoyu Blue famously does wrestling moves, and yeah, Kakaragi went ahead and said, "Yeah, let's go." So in my head, in my brain, in my canon, he picked that up from Nobuharu, and we're gonna see him doing more wrestling moves, even though his whole fighting style is sumo wrestling. If you've noticed in the previous episodes.
Yeah.
I would love to see him do more stuff like this. And it was really great, especially the slash after and the finishing blow. I do like that his excuse for not being brainwashed is that he flips on his own so much anyway, he can't get tricked. Which, sure.
To deceive all sides is also to deceive yourself. And if you can deceive me, I can also deceive myself.
Yeah, he's just tripping.
He's tripping the whole time.
It's the Princess Bride. You fool! Have you seen that movie?
Yes.
I've built an immunity to snake poison or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the other guy that says that.
Yeah.
He says, "You fool! I put one in this one and one in the other one. I put them in both."
Yeah. I haven't seen that movie in 700 years.
So funny.
Yeah. He can't punch him. Too loyal. Too enchanted. This guy is the big boss, mob boss guy. That is Doggy Kruger's voice actor.
What?
Doggy Kruger.
Yeah. The dog.
That's his voice actor.
Dog police chief.
Yes.
Wow.
That's the voice actor guy.
Did you notice that whenever the episode aired?
I saw it in the comments.
That is so cool.
Or no, in Twitter, I think.
That is so cool. He's an old man.
He's back too. Like, that's cool.
Yeah.
A Sentai alum. Even though he's,
he's back.
Wasn't really the dog. He was the voice of the dog, but
He's also back for something that is happening soon.
If I had finished Deca Ranger, I'd be more hype. I did like Deca Ranger. I saw up to episode like 20. I was just watching it with friends, and then they stopped. So
in Sentai Trend, a couple weeks ago, we had Deca Yellow, And now we have Doggy Kruger.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah, heck yeah.
But yeah, last week they announced Deca Ranger 20,
Oh, yes.
which is the 20th anniversary for Deca Ranger movie. Of course, everybody saw it coming because they love to do this. And Doggy Kruger's back, of course. It's gonna be great. That thing on his shoulder,
Yes.
does that look
It's a dog muzzle. Yes, it's a dog.
like
It's Doggy Kruger. Yes.
Freddy Fazbear?
No.
Okay.
Har, 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 har.
No,
har,
we're
har,
gonna get
har.
struck. He has eyebrows. Okay, let's go move on. Also, this was weird to me. What was his plan?
So they're brainwashed, right?
He's brainwashed, yes.
And he has been brainwashed to destroy the laptop and to beat up Yanma. He is so loyal that he would rather inject himself with lethal amounts of electricity rather than betray Yanma. But since he's strong, because he was a mob boss, I guess, he needs to do it multiple times with the electricity for him to go down completely. I'm assuming that is what he was trying to do. He was just trying to take himself out because he knew that he couldn't overcome the
that makes sense.
the
I
brainwashing.
mean, it doesn't make sense, but yeah. Yeah, he strikes a pose, and then this shot of the guy we're used to,
Yeah.
which so weird to me.
Do you? So that is weird. Do you like? Because I noticed it in the episode that Yanma's in the flashbacks. The only thing he talks about is like future stuff that's like happening now to us. Like whenever he's introduced, he's like, "Soon you won't even need all of this stuff. This is going to be on
currency,
the internet."
And
then he says to the mob boss, "You won't even need currency. All the internet's going to be through the air. Stuff you can't even see is going to be making changes in the world," which is how he gets ISHII. And then his final big moment is, "I'm going to make 0 into 1, which is computer binary."
Yeah. Which again is a reference to the end of the episode where they're starting from 0 again for the city. Yeah. Okay, maybe I did like the episode.
Yeah, but
I just didn't like this characterization.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just it
really adds on a lot.
Rubber banded too much for me. Good shot. That could be from a video game.
Metal Gear.
Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance.
Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance.
And then
sad time, blood curdling screams from ISHII.
Yeah.
I really like everyone's performance in this series. Everyone's grade A actors.
Yeah.
Including the retainers. All of them have been so good, and it's great that we get to see ISHII pull off his acting muscles on this one, because he does a great job in this episode. And it's so sad. This ending is so sad.
But I bet they'll be back up and running in a week, maybe 2.
Yeah.
Maybe 3.
I mean, the plot of like, okay, we have to destroy all the computers because we need the master laptop or the master computer, and then it's just his computer with a bunch of computer parts taped onto it. He can definitely make that in like a day again.
Yeah.
This is gonna be great.
The King Caliber, not the King Caliber, the King Gaburi Caliber.
Do you secretly work for the Ranger Wiki?
Why?
Because this picture is the literal exact picture of the preview episode of the preview.
Hell no, I don't work for Ranger Wiki.
This is kind of freaky.
Oh,
literally, almost pixel by pixel. This is.
I mean, you didn't have it zoomed. You just have it so far away. I don't.
It looks crazy. Go on, Ranger Ricky.
What'd you think of the episode?
I really liked it. It was a lot more emotional than I thought. I really thought Shio was gonna die.
You did think that,
because that was that's what I thought the preview was alluding to, is that Shio's gonna die, like straight up. We're gonna lose a retainer. This is the stakes. King-Ohger is serious time. We're gonna lose a retainer. But in this episode, it's more impactful than that. It's way more serious than that, than just losing his retainer. They lose their entire kingdom, and they're both essentially in like a broken place, and that's more serious and more emotional than I thought was gonna happen, even though he didn't die.
What was the bad guy's name again? Hiligi?
Hilgi? Let me see. She's too many I's, too many L's. Hilbil Leech. Hillbill Leech.
Hillbill
Leech. Hilbil.
Hillbill. What the hell happened to her here? I wonder if she's still here, or if she bounced. It's like, I don't want this anymore.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, when they rebuild, is she just gonna come back and be like, no, actually, I want this again?
Yeah.
That's my concern after this. What's gonna happen next? Okay. I did get a picture from the preview, and that's what we're gonna end the discussion on today.
Woo!
OTP right here.
Oh, for real?
OTP.
All right.
This is endgame stuff here, people. Hopefully. No, it's never gonna happen. Never gonna happen. But I mean, it's a great picture.
Yeah. It's really, I love the accents, purple and yellow. They go so well together.
OTP.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna keep saying it too. I think in the preview, Rita says something like, "Is something gonna happen to you? I must protect you," or something like that. Again, in 2 weeks, we'll find out what that means. It was an okay SHT this week, I think. I liked King-Ohger more, of course, and Gotchard was okay. Hopefully, in 2 weeks, when we get the conclusion to the Gotchard episode, that'll make the first episode, the first parter, a lot better. And next episode is a Ran episode, so it's probably gonna be godlike.
Yeah, definitely. I think next week's gonna be, it's gonna be such a great episode. I'm expecting a twist, like how we said this is Kamijin's place, and then Ran was like, "Oh yeah, I just beat the thing. Where's the big bad?" The question is, Kamijin is a shapeshifter. That could be Kamijin right there.
Yeah, ooh, that would be terrible.
Because Ran has never in the past
been into marriage.
Yeah, been into marriage and like trying to marry off. Like, I need to find a suitor. That's so out of left field. And in the state that we're in right now, that's what Ran's thinking about.
Yeah.
That could totally be Kamijin. That just came to me in my mind. Jesus. Wow.
But
what if?
The scary part to that is, where the hell is Ran?
Yeah.
Cut to her being a prisoner somewhere.
Or cut to Ran being the suitor. The guy in
with
gray hair.
Those dumb, like, where they peel off of their costume and boom, I was wearing a dress under here the whole time.
Mission Impossible style.
No, faster, like Team Rocket style.
Oh, it's like the whole thing.
Was.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Jeez, now I'm excited.
So that's in 2 weeks. But again, next week we're getting Kamen Rider Gotchard versus Kamen Rider Legend. And it's in 2 versus movies, I think.
Yeah.
The other one, I don't even know the name of the other one. Dom Booty versus Don Brothers? Or Don Brothers versus Don Booty?
You got it right. I was going to say Don Brothers versus Don Soup, which is pretty much what it is.
Don Brothers was first, yeah. Don Brothers versus Don Booties. That is going to be ridiculous.
Yes.
This is a reference to when they revealed themselves, the Don Brothers, the cast and everything. They had 3 separate trailers for what the show was going to be.
Yeah.
The first one was Don Booties, where it was the Don Brothers cast in a shirt of their color with a bowl of soup on their head.
Yes. Very Don Brothers.
And I was like, oh, this is actually the show. Thank you. And then it faded out. Nah, we're kidding. Actually, it's this one. And the second one was Don Fragrance, which was of the Sonoi trio.
Oh, I want that so bad. Don Fragrance.
Don Fragrance is
so bad.
Also just so stupid. Perfect again. And then the last trailer was the actual Don Brothers trailer. But yeah, next week we're getting that and Gotchard versus Legend.
I want Don Fragrance so bad just because I love that trio so much. Oh,
it's gonna be good. Don Booties, that's so stupid. And then Don Brothers are gonna be in this, so
yeah. You wanna transition into what's going on next week?
So yeah, we might be doing this. We're gonna be going to a convention next week.
Yeah.
This Friday, this Saturday, this Sunday.
This Sunday, dude.
Wow.
It's happening.
It's here in H-Town. We're gonna try to see. My main goal is to see my man Charles Martinet.
Yes.
Just to say hi, because he's gonna be here in Houston, and why not? And I'm gonna cry and piss myself.
No,
hopefully
right.
you'll record it and we can put it up.
Yes.
But Veronica Taylor's also gonna be there, the first voice of Ash. Sean Shamwell's gonna be here. Goku's
gonna be there. Naruto's gonna be there.
Oh yeah, Principal, whatever. Right. From Big Time Rush, I think, or something.
What?
I don't know. She's also an actress.
She's also an actress. God, I'm trying to remember what she was in. I don't remember.
Johnny Young Bosch is gonna be here too.
Yes, dude.
Which I've never met him, but that would be cool to see him.
If you don't know what convention we're going to already, it's Collectathon.
It's called Collectathon. A lot of collector stuff there.
Collecticon, sorry.
Hopefully, some Sentai Kamen Rider stuff we can find there. If not, cool. Then we'll save money.
Yes.
But we like going to conventions, and maybe we'll try to record some stuff to put up. Maybe even if it's silent, just have a music track playing and show off what we looked at.
Maybe I make that joke again where I bring my laptop and my recording stuff and I go up to the people at Collecticon and say, gay son or thought daughter?
I don't want to get thrown out. And I'm not leaving if you leave early.
Okay. Like with the last convention I did. Not do that.
Yeah, no. Did you take your laptop and everything though?
I did not, know.
Good. Yeah, I think that's going to be it for this week. We did it.
We
recorded, and it's only
12:55.
Only an hour. I'm going to say this episode's going to be coming at like an hour 15, hour 20.
Okay. Timestamp it.
If you don't get to finish it tonight, we'll put it up on Wednesday.
Dude, my editing skills are so fast now. I can get this done in 20 minutes.
All right. Well, let's say goodbye. I've been Super Blast X. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you think about the episode or the episodes of Superhero Time. We want to hear from you. Really, we do. I'm on Blue Sky as well. Again, Super Blast X. Twitter, Instagram. You'll find me on TikTok. Everything. Super Blast X. Don't forget to check out my live streams that I did this past week if you like Mario or Pokemon. And hopefully I'll be able to do some more streaming this week. Hopefully. We'll see.
And I have been Toku Tony. You can follow me everywhere at Toku Tony except for Twitter or x.com. On that, I am Tony Toku, unfortunately. Still can't get that name, gosh darn it. Trying so hard. But again, like, comment, subscribe. If you've clicked from the beginning of this episode and you've clicked to the ending, go back and watch the episode, please. Jesus, why'd you click to the end? Must have been an accident. And, send this out to your friends. We want to talk to everyone we can, make a splash in the community. Oh, small thing. I posted a TikTok. It flopped. Don't worry about it. It's on Tokutoni at TikTok.
Go check it out.
Go check it out.
I'm gonna repost it. I'm gonna post it too. All right. Thank you, everybody.
Bye bye.